Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Resin. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, welcome as well. Hey, so I'm going to be doing this Acorn mold that I have, and I'm kind of excited to try it. So what we're going to do today is I thought it would be really pretty to take my Pixis, the spice color of brown, and mix it together with some of our cabochons. Okay, so what I've got is I've got these cabochons here. I've got another big package of them somewhere, but I've also got these. What are they? These are a decorative filler. I got it at Michael's. It's just little clear plastic pieces, okay? So what I thought I might do is mix this together with this. And so somebody was saying, what if I put the cabochons in first, but I can't do that without putting a little bit of resin in here so that it gets all around the bottom. Okay. And, you know, I've had people say, why don't you pour in the cabochons and then do the inks and let it run through? And I'm not sure if I'm picturing what they're saying right. I've had several people say that when I was doing the pendant lights. So I don't know what you guys mean, because I think if I'm in the mold and I've got my cabochons in there, I risk not covering all the cabochons with resin, to me. And so I'm not sure what that would look like. I mean, maybe I guess it'd be okay if we had kind of a rough look. But you know what? Let's try this. See what happens. I'm going to pour some in this little cup here so I can handle it easier. And this is probably going to all just stick right there. I'm going to go ahead and pour some in here. Let it start sliding down to the bottom. Okay, I can feel it's already kind of going down the sides there. So I don't know if this is what you guys meant. I don't know, but I'm going to try it. And if this isn't what you meant, please let me know that too. Okay, so I'm really excited about this Acorn mold. It's really a nice size. So I'm trying to think like color-wise, because I think we might do a metallic top on it, now that I think about it. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Pour this down. Whoops. The whole purpose I put it into this little cup is so that I wouldn't have it going everywhere. It's because I start thinking about, I get ahead of myself, thinking about my next step. Okay. I feel it getting kind of full in there. Whoops, for goodness sakes. Okay, so I've got it where it's the top of it here is just clear resin. But I'm going to try to kind of like squeeze some down in here to the side. Right now it's all kind of floating up. I'm going to just squeeze it down to the bottom. Okay. I don't know if I'm doing this the way that you guys all were trying to tell me to do it. I still don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I did not put very much resin in there, but I tell you, I can see it all trying to float up. Okay, I feel it down in there now. That makes it kind of nice. I can feel it in down there all the way to the bottom. Just kind of a different color because of the part up here that doesn't have any resin in it. Okay, so that's good. Now, here's the part I don't understand. Did you want me just to drop the resin in there dry? The drops of alcohol ink? This just kind of stresses me out. I don't know why. But I'm going to try this because I think this is what you guys are saying. I don't know. Not sure if it is or not. And I don't know if it might not even go. It might just stay right there. I don't know. Well, actually, I do have to still pour the resin in. Right? Okay, that's a lot of drops. That is a lot of drops, but let's see what happens. Go ahead and start pouring this in. It's kind of really slowly. It's going to be pretty on the bottom part anyways. See if I can get that to start going down. Oh gosh, it is kind of starting to go down that way. I need that resin to seep down in there though. It's really not. It is. I guess it just takes a little time. We'll just do little bits while it goes down in there. Gosh, you guys, I think this actually might be really pretty if it will just continue to drop. I don't know where my resin is. Oh yeah, we've still got quite a bit to go. So hopefully this will just keep draining in there. I don't really want to mess with it too much because I see that we are getting some kind of effect. Just push it down a bit. A bit more in here. Gosh, this resin's getting hot. It's getting hot already. Before I'm ready. I'm not ready for it to get hot already. Come on. It's going down the side here. Can you see? I can't really tip it, but I need it to keep going. Maybe I need to kind of like help it down in there. Use a little bit of a stick. I'm going to take one of my coffee stir sticks here. They're kind of small, and I'm going to kind of help it. Oh, I'm getting some bubbles up, so kind of help get that resin to start poking down in there. There we go. Kind of helping it along a little bit. I stretch it out here and let it kind of go down the sides. It needs to hurry up and do it before my resin gets too thick. Keep pouring. some bubbles. Gosh, you guys, my color, it's really pretty. It's not going down though as quick as I want it to. Bubble there. I need to help kind of push it down in there like I did before. Better keep pouring. See some big air bubbles in there. Okay, so now another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try this with the lid, but let's see. Let's go ahead and pour some of these into the lid. I'm going to pour just a little bit of resin in here. Kind of start sinking down into the lid. Just a bit. I have to keep that. I don't want a big bubble down there in the little knob of my lid. Okay, so now for this one, might have to do it differently because I'm going to be using this dark coffee metallic ink for this. Doing this out of bubble, I just can't tell. It looks like I've got a big pocket here with no resin at all. So I'm hoping it still is working its way down. You see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but right here, it looks like there's no resin right here. It's going all the way around nice and neatly. So I've got a bubble right here. See that? There we go. Big bubbles. I think this is not what you guys were talking about when you were saying to do this. I think that this is not what you were thinking. It's definitely starting to get hot. There we go. It's starting to fill in as I get more and more resin in here. There's nowhere for it to go. I'll let that sit for a second. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of this. Gosh, that is getting so hot. Surprised I'm still able to do it. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking this metallic ink in coffee. Shake it up really well. And I guess I'm not going to do anything because I need scissors. Okay, I got 6 drops in there so far. Let's see. Gonna need more than that. Put a bunch more in there because my resin is really getting hot. Go, that's a little bit better. More. Okay, I don't think I dare put any more in there. I'll go ahead and put some in. Put some more of these. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fill this full. All down here. I'm smushed in. Just will add some of those. And I'm going to go ahead and take some of this, drop it in here. Go ahead and pour this in. Got bubbles still working their ways up this. Let's see, big bubble here. For some reason, my resin is not getting down inside of there. Don't know why. Don't know why. Don't want this to go over, but I really want the weight of it to start pushing it down a little bit more. Spray that may stick. Put more of this in. I don't know if you're going to end up seeing this video or not. I guess it'll just depend on how this turns out, but it feels like just one big mess right after the other. And my resin is getting hot and thick really, really fast. I know what the working time was, but for some reason the time got away from me, I guess. A little bit more. Give it a spray. Give this a spray. I don't think I'm going to get any more resin into either one of these. This is going to give me a good chance to go put these over on the curing rack. Get rid of this one last bubble. See in there. And then clean up my mess. I've definitely got a big mess this time. Okay, but I do see what you were talking about as far as it going down the sides. So I'm really happy about that part, I think. And I am a little bit concerned, though. I feel like there's still some areas where there's no resin at all. So I really don't know if this is what you guys were telling me to do. If it wasn't, be kind when you tell me in the comments that I messed the whole thing up. It's not what you meant. Okay, well, I was kind of hoping it would continue to sink down, but it's not. So, all right, guys, I'm going to set this over on the curing rack. What it is what it is. And then I will be back to unmold it. And you may or may not see this video. So we'll see. All right, I'll hopefully see you guys a little bit later. Hello, everyone. I am back. This is all completely cured and I'm ready to take it out of there and see what this looks like. And I'm not sure what kind of effect we're going to get with it, but we used a little bit of a different, not really the cabochons, but we used those little clear plastic bead thingies. And so I think we'll still have some kind of a nice effect in here. Let's see if I can get this out.
break the seal all around it. There we go. Let me grab a paper towel. I don't know why I should have that out before I start, but it's kind of an afterthought. Okay, let's take it out of here. It's going this way. Okay, there we go. Came out of there pretty well. Turn that right side out. Okay, so here is the base of this, and here is the little things that we used. That actually this one as well just kind of gives it kind of a crackle glass look, and this was just with putting in the ink and letting it drop down. Now we do have some bubbles inside. We didn't really get that. Here's one on the outside, just a bit. I can fill that in. But we didn't really get that when we mixed the cabochons together with the resin. Because usually when that happens, you can get rid of the bubbles before you're pouring it in mostly. But it's not bad on this one. It kind of adds to the effect. But what do you think of the color? This was the spice, and this is the bottom part of our acorn jar. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool looking how that turned out. It didn't go all the way to the top here, but it's okay. Get this one out too. This mold is actually quite stretchy considering it's not one of the ones that is that really thick white. These tend to be a little tighter, I feel like, but this just coming right off really easily. The inside of the mold looks great. Pick off a little bit of that resin. Okay, so here is our top piece. Get that off of there so that it'll fit. And let's turn it over and see how this looks. Gosh, that's pretty. Now, you know, we do have a bit of those little clear bead cabochon things are in this as well. Let's see how it looks together. What do you think about this? The tip is clear. Okay, here's the base. Let's put it together. Oh gosh, that turned out really cute. That's actually really pretty. I actually like these colors together. I wasn't really sure how they would look, but I think it works. What do you guys think? I like it. The lid fits in just great. We didn't get any bubbles up here around this edge, and it's probably because we went ahead and just poured that little tiny bit of just clear resin around there before we added all the other little things. And yeah, there it is. Gosh, that's pretty good size too. Let me take a look here. It is just the little jar itself is right at about, well, just a bit over 3 inches. Okay, so with the lid, I'm sure we're at a good 4 inches or so, 4.5. So it's actually a pretty good size little jar. You could put little cotton buds or candy or anything, cotton balls, anything that you thought would be kind of cute in this jar. Really cute. All right, you guys. Well, thank you again for joining me with this project. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know what you think about this technique of just dropping the ink in before you put the resin. Yeah, it was really interesting. I was worried that it wouldn't go past about here, but it did make its way quite a ways down. But yeah. All right. Well, thanks again, and I will see you all next time.